Hence, LED light can start flashing red, and there might be a sound alarm depending on the laser machine that you have. This usually means that the lens is dirty and needs to be cleaned. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tujenge HQ. And in today's episode, we're going to look at how you can clean your diode laser lens. After using your laser machine for some time, the lens LED light can start flashing red, and there might be a sound alarm depending on the laser machine that you have. This usually means that the lens is dirty and needs to be cleaned. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So first off, we're going to remove the laser head from the machine, and at the bottom you can see the protective cover that guides the laser beam towards the material that you're cutting or engraving. The bottom part is secured by 4 hexagonal screws. We're going to have to unscrew them using some Allen wrenches. Now the Falcon Creality Pro is shipped with the Allen wrenches, but if you have any other diode laser machines, you probably have these Allen wrenches lying around in your workshop. So you can use any Allen wrenches that fit into the hexagonal keys and give them a nice twist just to unscrew them. You might want to make sure that your hands are not oily, or else you're going to have a difficult time turning the hexagonal screws. Also, it can be difficult to turn the screws when you're wearing heavy-duty gloves, so this is something you might want to keep in mind if you're the type that is usually gloved in the workshop. So we've removed the bottom safety cap, and there you can see where the laser beam comes from. The next thing is to open the top part. The top part is also secured in place with hexagonal screws. Use your Allen wrenches to remove the screws. Now at this time I want to mention that you might want to ensure your laser head is always clean so that you can get those nice cuts and your products won't have charred edges. Apart from that, ensuring that the lens is clean gives it a longer lifespan, so this is just some best practices you must be following. Generally, it's recommended that you clean your lens after every 15 to 20 hours of use, but I find it better to clean whenever the alarm goes off after I'm done with my work. So it's all up to you, but generally cleaning it after every 15 to 20 hours is the best practice. So we've unscrewed the top part and you can see the electronic board. This board is susceptible to accumulating dust and debris over continuous use of the diode laser machine. Get a soft bristle brush, a normal paintbrush will do, and give it a good sweep. Clean any dust or debris that you can see, and you might want to blow here and there just to remove the dust. Of course, if you have a blowing machine or an air machine, that would be a better equipment, or you can just blow with your mouth. Doesn't really matter, just get the dirt out. After cleaning the top, you also have to clean the air holes at the sides. Give it a good blow and brush off any dust or debris that you can see. From there, continue cleaning. Now we are at the bottom. This is where the laser beam is emanated from. Clean any dust or debris that you can see. Take your time over here just to make sure that your laser head will turn out clean. And after that, we have the bottom cover. This is the safety cover that is on the path of the laser beam when it's being transmitted to your material. Clean it with your brush, blow it here and there. Just make sure there is no debris that can make the laser beam either be too wide or inaccurate when it's cutting or engraving. Okay, now we're going to need to clean the interior of the safety cover, and if you check, it's really dirty. So we'll need to wipe it up, and for this activity we're going to need acetone or isopropyl alcohol, or even methylated spirit. So in my case, I'm using methylated spirit. Of course, you don't want to use oil or water, as this might mess up with the lens and the accuracy of the laser beam. I'm using a lint-free clothing here to clean the underside of the safety cap. Just do it gently. Make sure you're using methylated spirit, and In case you have a camera cleaning kit, that would be the best option for you to use for this exercise. I realized that the safety cover has a very small hole, and we'll need to get inside the hole because that's where the debris is lodged in. Usually I recommend using Q-tips to clean the hole of the safety cover, but I realized for the Creality Falcon the hole is a little bit narrower than the Q-tips that I had, so I had to improvise. So I just took a matchstick and some cotton wool, wrung the cotton wool around the matchstick, dipped the cotton wool in the methylated spirit, and then pushed it through the hole of the safety cover. It took me quite some time, but I finally got it done. You just need to make sure that you wring the cotton wool that has been dipped into methylated spirit a couple of times inside the hole of the safety cover, just to make sure that any debris that is lodged there is removed. After that, you can also clean the exterior part of the safety cover. Make sure you don't touch the lens, or else it can mess up with the accuracy of the laser beam whenever you're working with your machine. So just be careful over here. Clean any dirt that you can see. While cleaning the safety cover of the laser head, just make sure you don't pour any liquids on the lens, or else the lens can get damaged. Also, you don't want to touch the lens with your hand, as the lens can get your fingerprints, and this can mess up with the accuracy of the laser beam when you're doing your next projects. So just take your time over here, clean the exterior part, look for any debris. If you see any dirt that hasn't gotten out, you can try blowing it off or something. Just make sure the lens cap is clean, and after that you'll be good to go. Now that we're done with the cleaning, it's time to reassemble our laser head. So we're going to start with the top part. Get the laser head down on a flat surface. You can put it on a workbench, or just any flat surface would be fine. Get your Allen wrenches and start screwing back the hexagonal screws. I'm going to forward this video over here so that I don't bore you guys with me doing the real-time screwing. Okay, we're done with screwing the upper side. Now it's time for the bottom part. And for the bottom part, you want to make sure that the protruding area is aligned on the path of the laser beam. Put it nicely into place and then screw the hexagonal keys. Now that we're done with screwing back our hexagonal keys, it's time to test the machine and see whether it's working. So I'll attach back the laser head to the machine and let's test it. So the first time you switch on the machine, you're going to notice that the problem is still there. The lens LED light will still be flashing red to indicate that it needs some cleaning, and the alarm will still be beeping. But don't worry, since we've already cleaned the laser head, the machine needs to reset its memory to get back functioning normally. So here what you're going to do, you're going to press this black button on top of the laser head. This is the reset button, and immediately you press it, then you can see that the lens LED light has turned green and the alarm has stopped beeping. Now you're ready to do our cut. Let's do a quick test cut and see how things turn out. Alright, here's the cut. You can see that the edges are clean and there is no charring. In a nutshell, that's what you need to do to clean a diode laser lens. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section if you have any further questions that I can elaborate on.